I got a computer science job on Long Island where I grew up, and it was heavy-duty computer science. And it was all good, except I really want to live in a city. And Manhattan was kind of far away, and it was a big deal. And so then this opportunity came up to work in Boston for a couple of months. I said, well, I'll do that. 3 months, no big deal. Well, I got to Boston, worked at MIT Lincoln Labs. Well, then I fell in love with high tech at MIT, fell in love with Boston. I said, now I'm staying. So that was my first decision, was like, it wasn't necessarily the job, it was the place, the city was my first decision. I need to be in flow in the city of Boston, okay? And then after a while, I thought, well, you know what? This is electronics warfare. We're making planes fly. We're dropping bombs. I'm not really into that. It's not my vertical. So not in flow anymore. So let's do something else. So I kind of became just a freelancer. So could then kind of drop in other technology firms and see how they were applying technology. And landed at a company where we had a project out at Sandia National Laboratory. And so there we were in the middle of the desert, in a trailer, programming, watching the F-15 fighter jets fly over. It was pretty cool. And it was actually pretty cool because we were solving really big problems. But then the last couple of weeks on the job, they pulled in some railroad cars. And in the railroad cars were all these like barrels of salt and sugar, and there's all this stuff. And they were hiding cocaine in like in between the walls. And we were using our X-ray technology for border control, right? So like moving trucks, like, oh my gosh, you could use technology to like solve really meaningful problems. Then I was hooked. Said, okay, I want to go someplace where they're solving problems with technology in a way that really can help people. Aha. Okay, so then I ended up at Fidelity, and I wound up staying for 26 years. And you're kind of thinking, well, that's money. Well, yeah, money matters, right? Like money funds your dreams. Money means you can retire with dignity. Money means you can send your kid to college. Money means you can buy a house. So for me, it was like, yeah, we can use technology to help people grow their wealth in a way that is meaningful for them. So for many years, I was an engineer, and I did a lot of technology. We built a lot of systems. And then I became the director of those teams. And that's when my maternal instincts kicked in, because that's also when I had kids. I'm like, oh, I love you people. It was like, I just love people who are doing technology to solve problems, to make the world a better place, all right? So I did that for a bunch of years. And then it got crazy, because then the career just got crazy. I was working a million hours. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I got to get off this bus. Like, it's too much. And that's when the Center for Applied Technology opened up at Fidelity, which is kind of a think tank. And that was like, okay, we're not really going to produce the technology. We're going to inspire people about the technology. So I'm like, I'm moving further up here. So now I can scan the world for the most interesting technology out there, bring smart people into the company to inspire all the people to then apply the technology, to then launch the companies, to then solve the problems. So all along the way, there was like, it was working, but it wasn't working enough. There was something else I was curious about, and something else that was driving the next decision. Okay? But you could see it's like a building block. You kind of say, I got really good at this. I kind of maxed out on it. What am I curious about next? And go do that thing.